Help do you need in your photography business? I want to help to dissect that for you. So let's talk. Happy Monday, you guys. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? I just want to come on, and today I want to talk about knowing what kind of help you need in your photography business. So good evening, you guys. Thank you for joining. Hey y'all, happy Monday. What's up? What's up? How's everybody feeling? Where are you guys tuning in from? As you all join, please let me know where you're tuning in from. I would love that so much. Talk back in the chat. But today I want to just talk about knowing what kind of help you need in your photography business, okay? So I'm going to see if some people kind of share where they're tuning in from. I would love that so much. Say hello back. And then we can get started on the topic for tonight. I tried to go live earlier today, but something was going on with Instagram. I don't know if that was just my Instagram or what, but something was going on. But let's kind of dissect a little bit about what kind of help you need in your photography business, okay? So my name is Ray. If you guys are new around here, what's up? My name is Ray. I am a wedding photographer and a business coach for photographers and creatives. I am hosting a webinar this week, okay? So I'm hosting a webinar. It's totally free on Thursday. You can DM me the word webinar. You can head to the link in my bio to sign up. And it's called Perfectly Packaged for Six Figures and Beyond. And I'm going to be talking about how to utilize your personality, how to create a pricing structure that supports your goals in your business, and also the processes and systems that you need to have in your business to get to that six-figure mark, right? So this live is really, it's right on par to the webinar week vibes that I have going on. And I just really want to point out kind of being able to dissect what kind of help you actually need. Because I see this happen a lot, right? Where photographers, it's one or two things. One, they don't actually seek the help that they really need. I don't know why. Maybe they're scared. Maybe they just don't scared of the investment, maybe scared of the work that you have to do, or just really unclear, really not having that clarity on what kind of support and help you need. Or then two, they seek help in all these different areas and it just becomes like information overload, right? Like they have paralysis analysis because it's just too much. It's just too many things. So I wrote down a couple of pointers that I think are really going to be helpful for you when you're identifying, okay, what kind of help do I need, right? So the first thing is we are in November and we're in quarter four. We're into the year strong. There's still plenty of time to make waves and to make money and to make impact in this year, okay? I want to say that there's still plenty of time to make waves, to make money, and to make impact in this year. So do not give up before the end of the year, okay? But as we start to think about 2025 and as we start to think about things that we want to do differently and our goals that we're setting for 2025, I want you to start to think about what kind of help do I actually need and really get to get clear on that so that you can seek out the right help and that it's actually beneficial to you and that you are able to, really tap in and utilize it and lean on that help and lean on that support to kind of get to that next level that you want to go. Okay. So, hey y'all, thank you for joining. Hi, Andre. Thank you for joining, my cousin. So if there are photographers in here, I really highly encourage you to sign up for my free webinar. It's this Thursday. I am going balls to the wall. Okay. Telling everybody about this webinar, all my photographers, I want them to be in the room because I know how powerful being in a room and being a part of a training like this, getting this information can be for you. Right. I just know I've been in your shoes before. And honestly, when I think about creating Elevate and why I do a lot of this coaching and all of the things that I do is I really love to be the person that I wish I could have had when I was at a certain place in my business, really trying to get to six figures and beyond, right? I wish that I could have this type of support, this type of coaching, this type of information, this type of curriculum, this type of community that's surrounded around me that I can tap into week after week after week, right? As that energy source. So I'm excited for that. So I hope all my photographers come and meet me at the webinar because it's going to be a really great time. It's going to be chocked full of so much good information. I'm working on the slides and the slides are just incredible. We're going to be breaking down pricing really in detail, looking at basic pricing versus value packed pricing, which I think is so important for photographers. We're going to be talking about positioning your personality and really knowing how to be authentic and be yourself in your business. This is really big, right? And Then we're going to be talking about systems and processes you need to have in place in order to get to those big sales goals that you have. So whether it's $50,000, $75,000, $100,000 in your business as a photographer, we're going to talk about the processes and the systems because it has to be systematized. One, so that it is easy to you, right? Like it feels good to you and that it's something that you can repeat and you can, sustain. You can sustain. And then number two, just so that I'm big on having a simplified business model, right? As a photographer, because things can get really, really complicated. And so I'm really big on simplifying things in your business, and knowing who you want to serve so that you can serve them really well. And that your packages, your offers, your messaging, all are in alignment with the people that you want to serve. That is how you get to grow and get to meet those sales goals with more ease, less complication, more clarity, right? And so that's what it's about. So I hope you all sign up to the webinar, okay? All my photographers, I want y'all to be in the room. This is not no fluff training. This is a lot of meat and potatoes. It is going to be completely jam-packed for 90 minutes. There will be time to ask questions at the end, and I'm excited about it. So it's webinar week for me. So I wanted to start off, go and sign up to the webinar. You can DM me the word webinar or just head to the link in my bio and you can sign up to the webinar. Okay. It's going down. It's going down Thursday. I want to meet you all there. So when we're talking about knowing what kind of help you actually need, I want to give you guys some quick pointers to think about. And this is going to all be very different for each and every person, as it should be. I want you to think about these things so that you can identify, what am I struggling with? Like, where am I stuck? What are my challenges? And like, how can I go about seeking help that I really need so that I can overcome these things? Because the quicker you overcome them, the more that like goal, the more that next level, the more you're able to get, climb that hill, that mountain, and get to the top and really feel good about the business that you're building and really start to see the success that you really desire, right? So number one, I just mentioned it, but what challenges are you having right now? Like, where are you challenged? Right? And if you are challenged in your marketing and advertising and your promotion, I want to believe that is really tied back to your ideal client, that target audience, and knowing how to talk to them. I do a lot of this type of work in Elevate. This is like big stuff, because this is how you unlock that clarity where you start to feel super confident around the type of content that you're putting out and the places in which you're putting the content out and how to speak to people. Okay. So what challenges are you having right now? Are you having a cash flow challenge? Are you having a challenge when it comes to actually converting clients into sales? Like, are you having a sales challenge? Like, are you challenged in that area? And like, I just want you to get clear. And again, this is going to be specific for each and every business owner, but it's so important that you get clear on, what are my current challenges, right? And another way you can think about it is, what are you procrastinating on? Because a lot of times when it comes to business and being an entrepreneur, I know this for myself is that I'm procrastinating because I'm challenged. I'm procrastinating because it's part of the work that I really don't want to do. I'm procrastinating because of fear. I'm procrastinating because of resistance that I might feel like in my body, like energetically on whatever said task it is that you need to do, right? So what are you procrastinating on? And what do you really need to work on? Like, what are those challenges you're facing and you just keep getting stumped time and time and time again? Okay. As you start to think about your business, in 2025, I also want you to think about goals, right? Like, what are your overall goals for 2025? I actually did a discovery call today with a photographer, and we were just talking through this, and I'm always so surprised and shocked when I ask people, okay, so like, what are we reaching towards? Like, what's the goal? Like, where are we going? And they don't have the clarity around that. I'm like, okay, first we got to really start to define that goal. Oh, I love that. Kalia, thank you so much. Oh, girl, listen. I love me some Shakina, baby. I love me some Kina. I love her. That's my boo. So you're in good hands over here, okay? Thank you for joining the live. So I want you to think about your goals for 2025. Like, what are you reaching towards? How many clients do you want per month? Or how many weddings do you want? She is the best. How much money do you want to make? Like, what is the goal? Like, I want you to get clear on this. And I think sometimes what I see, because I'm a coach and I work with creatives, I be knowing people don't want to set goals because they're like, well, Ray, well, what if I don't meet the goal? Or Ray, what if like I'm not able to, and then I'm down on myself and like I feel bad and like I did all these efforts, but I wasn't able to meet the goal. It's not necessarily about meeting the goal. It's about creating a metric that is there so that you can evaluate your actions towards said goal, right? So if you have a goal of next year wanting to make $50,000, how can we show up as the $50,000 business owner that you are in your marketing, in your advertising, in simplifying your pricing? Like, what are the things that we need to do to actually get there? Okay. So really defining your goals. And I think about goals as if it's kind of like a GPS. Like when we're driving, we're going on a road trip or just going down the street, doesn't matter, going to a new friend's house or whatever, going to a new place that you're unfamiliar with, the roads, the path, the direction. You have to put in that final destination in the GPS, right? And so then the GPS is going to give us back all of the exact turns and directions that we need to do to get to the destination. This is the same thing with the goals. If you have certain goals in mind that you want to hit and achieve in your business, you have to really be able to clearly define them. And when I say clearly define them, I want you to write them down. I want you to write those goals down and really kind of get it outside of your head and get it on paper so that you can see it, and let that be the GPS for what we're going to do in order to get there, how we can strategically move in order to meet those goals. Okay. So having those goals defined is so big. Another thing that you might need help in is just gaining more clarity, right? Like I have clients that come to me and it's like, Ray, I just want more clarity. Like, I know you're talking about sales goals and I know you're talking about 2025, but like, I'm trying to figure out what kind of content I need to post. I'm trying to figure out who I'm best called to serve. I'm trying to figure out like how I need to show up in this current month in order to see the progress that I want in my business. And it really comes down to having clarity in your business, right? Clarity when it comes to your target audience, clarity when it comes to the services, your signature service, clarity when it comes to content creation and thinking about messaging, right? These are really big pieces and really important pieces of the puzzle and that you need to get clear on so that you can really start to see where you are having problems at. Maybe clarity is where you're having problems at. You're like, girl, this is right on time because I feel like I don't know if I'm coming or going. I feel like, I'm not seeing the leads. I'm not seeing the traction, or maybe you are seeing the traction, but maybe you're not feeling the money in your pockets. There are ways to work around these challenges and these things that are occurring so that they don't have to occur, right? That's what business is about, is honestly, time and time again, each and every day, just getting better at being a business owner and using those data and paying attention to what's happening so that you can actually go in the direction that you desire to go. Okay. You want to go in the direction that you desire to go. And my last thing I want to leave with you guys, again, if you're on here, if you're watching this live with me, thank you so much. I don't have that many people, but thank you for watching. I hope you join the webinar. I'm hosting a free webinar this Thursday evening at 6 p.m. Central. You can sign up at the link in my bio webinar and I'll send you the link. And it's going to be good. It's called Perfectly Packaged for Six Figures and Beyond. And I'm going to talk about positioning your personality, knowing systems and processes you need in your business to get to that six figures, and also having that right pricing structure. And I'm going to be introducing the Elevate pricing formula. I'll be talking about value packages versus hourly rates, like all of those business things. Okay. I am a business coach and I'm really here to help photographers get better at the business side. Like that is what I love. I also love shooting and like the artistic side, but honestly, I feel like photographers seek out the artistic stuff. Like we love to create. We love to like get better at the artistic stuff, but what about being the actual business owner? Because the business owner, like a lot of what we do is more business than anything. We wish that it was more shooting. We really do, but that's really not our reality, right? So I'm all about business. Okay. So come and meet me at the webinar. It's going to be really, really fun. And just so jam-packed. And I have some surprises up my sleeve too for people that come live. So I really want folks to show up live with me, because I think that is going to be the best way to serve you and to be able to answer questions and for you to be in the community. Okay. So I hope to see you there. Okay, good. I'm glad you are feeling me. All right. The last thing I want to suggest when it comes to the help that you might need in your business is maybe that help is around actual support, actual accountability, right? Actual community, like to be in rooms, to be a part of like community and to be in spaces where there's other like-minded photographers that are growing. They're pushing the envelope forward. They're doing the hard work. They're showing up even when they're scared, right? They're raising their prices. They're posting consistently. They have their marketing ecosystem really built out, right? Like they're trying new things when it comes to email marketing. They're trying new things when it comes to content creation, right? So maybe some of the help that you might need might just be in the support and the accountability that you have in your business, right? Accountability is so big because a lot of times we'll make a goal, right? Think about people that make New Year's resolutions, or people that we make goals all the time, but who's actually holding you accountable to those goals? Like, who is tracking you? Who is working with you from a strategic standpoint so that you can like reach said goals? That's what coaching is about. And I love getting to do this. I just got off a coaching call with one of my Elevate girls just now, and she had her list of things that we're going to work on. You know, she wanted to learn some more segmenting in Flowdesk. She wanted to talk about her money projections for Q4. She wanted to show me some images that she made from a recent project because she was really feeling good with her off-camera flash. Like, to be able to have somebody that's going to hold you accountable and hold space for you there are no dumb questions, hold space for you to show up in your most vulnerable state, or like when you don't feel your best, right? Hold space for you to allow you to blossom, for you to allow you to grow, and going to pull something out of you that's there. But it's hard to pull that out of ourselves all the time, right? So maybe some of the help that you might need might just be in support. It might, and I don't say just, because that's a big deal. It might be in support, and it might be in actually having accountability towards the things that you say you really, really want to do, right? Like those things can take you really, really far when it comes to business. And I think one thing that I always sit with, because I'm always like, okay, what do I need to say? How do I need to show up so people really understand the true value of what I have to offer as a coach, and doing this free webinar or in Elevate or in any of my offers, right? But coaching is really one thing that I've built in Elevate that I love, is that not only do you get to have community, but you also get to have me in your back pocket, right? If you have a proposal you need to send out, if you have pricing you need to review, if you have galleries you want me to look at, maybe you want to implement email marketing, you don't know where to start. Maybe you want to better your workflows, your CRM system, and we need to do some of that. Maybe you need to get better at cash flow management and business finance. We get to do that. Like these things, like it's really literally like having someone else in your business to bounce things off of, to get feedback from, to get support from. Like that's what it is, so that you don't feel alone, and that even when you go and ask family and friends like what things that you should do, sometimes family and friends just are not going to understand. They're just not going to get it. They are not an entrepreneur. They're not running a business. They don't always understand that. And so one thing I found time and time again that is so good for me is to be able to be in community of like-minded people doing like-minded things that I'm doing. It just inspires me. It motivates me. It encourages me, right? It keeps me going. It helps bring some really fun ideas to mind, right? And when I have those moments, because I'm human and we all have them, when I have those moments of imposter syndrome, or I have those moments where I lack clarity, or maybe I'm lacking focus, or I'm lacking drive, I can tap back into that energy source, right? And I get to be this for my clients, and I just love it. Like when my people get off the phone with me, you're going to have action. You're going to know what to do. You're going to have very clear steps to take. You're going to have your action plan laid out for you. And you're going to have the support of somebody that is cheering you on, rooting you on, strategizing with you, in the trenches with you, believing bigger for you, right? And like, these are just really important tools that we need as a small business owner, because it can be challenging. It can be tough. It can be tough. Okay. Life be lifing, stuff's going on. And life is, things just keep on moving. So you have to really start to get clear on, what do I need so that I can be my best self? How can I show up so I can, break my own ceilings, or blow my own mind, or blossom into the CEO that I know I'm called to be. I'm just not being that person yet, right? And so that might look like community. That might look like support. That might look like getting a coach. That might look like having accountability, right? That absolutely looks like you getting clear on your goals, really paying attention to the things that you procrastinate on, right? Getting that clarity in how you need to show up in your messaging, in your marketing, in your promotion. Getting that clarity on your pricing, because sometimes your pricing is a little convoluted, it's running people away. Getting the clarity on your client workflow, the exactly how you want people to move through your funnel, because sometimes, like I was talking to someone today, it's unclear. It's not clear. So we have to refine those things and really work on those things so that it becomes clear to your potential clients, and so that you aren't missing out on leads and missing out on impact and potential revenue for your business. Okay, for your business. So I'm excited. It's webinar week. And like I said, I'm hosting a free webinar this Thursday at 6 p.m. Central. All you have to do is go to the link in my bio to sign up, or send me the word webinar and I'll send you the link. I'm looking forward to seeing all my photographer peoples in the room. If you're a photographer, sign up. If you have photographer friends, family, or whatever, send this to them. Send my page to them. I hope that they sign up. It's totally free. It's going to be so freaking packed with so many gems, so much good information, and just an energy source for people to tap into so they can tap into their next best self, right? Because we have to constantly be in search of that, like pulling that next best self out. We have to work towards that, right? If that's something that you desire, right? If you're wanting to keep getting better and be a better business owner, more confident, all the things you have to tap into, being able to pull out your next best self. So meet me at my free webinar, you guys. I'm calling all photographers, okay? If you want to see growth and you want to see some bigger successes in your business in 2025, meet me on my free webinar. It's going down this Thursday, perfectly packaged for 6 figures and beyond. That is the webinar title. And we're going to be talking about positioning your personality. We're going to be talking about having strategic pricing and packaging, and the processes that you need in order to make 6 figures plus as a photographer. Whether you want to make your first 25K, 50K, 75K, 100, 150, 200, it does not matter. The information that I'm teaching in this webinar is going to be so extremely valuable and useful for you. So I really hope to see all of my photographers tapped in at the webinar, in the room. We're going to have a great time. And I will be back on. Again, if you're a photographer, sign up. If you know a photographer, share it with them. And I will be back on to talk a little bit more about the webinar that's coming up, and I'm excited to meet some new photographers and to just really help them in some huge, big ways. And watch them blow their own mind, bet on themselves, believe in themselves in a bigger way. I'm holding space for you to do that. Okay, so I'm calling all of my photographers, specifically my women of color photographers, specifically my Black women photographers. Okay, if you resonate with what I'm putting down, then this is for you. And I love that. That's who I do it for. And I'm excited. So I will see you guys at the webinar on Thursday. And I just want you to get clear on the type of help that you need in your business so that you can actually get that and you don't stay stuck. Time is going to keep on moving by, but you do not have to stay stuck, right? You do not have to stay stagnant. You do not have to stay small. Right? You can go as big as you desire to be. It's really up to you. But it is required for you to do the work, and it is required for you to evolve into a new person at every step of the game. It's just part of it. It's the evolution of being human. Nothing stays the same. Everything always continues to change. And hopefully you're changing for the best. That's the way that's what I'm doing over here. That's the movement I'm on. That's the motion we got over here, is we're changing for the best. Okay. So I will talk to you guys later. Sign up to the webinar. I will talk to you guys a little bit later. I'll come on probably tomorrow. Sign up for the free webinar. It's going down this Thursday. I can't wait. All right. See you there. Bye.